Welcome back, my friends, to another edition of the San Diego Property Show, where we cover some properties, some coming soon, some on the market, some with some price reductions all over San Diego. So just share with you guys what's going on, a little bit about the neighborhoods, and kind of dive in a little bit more what we see in the neighborhoods, not just the houses. We're showing you around what's going on there as well. Because one of mine today, I was actually showing some property over last weekend, and I hit up a really delightful, I'm going to call it delightful little restaurant over in the place that one of my houses is. So stay tuned for that. You guys are gonna have to go hit that up. There's a few around San Diego as well. So if you don't go there, you could hit up a few more. Before we dive in, we're the Beach Life Group right here in San Diego. So if you guys ever need anything, thinking about making a move, all our info is right below. You can book your discovery call right down there. And it might not be these properties, but we got more properties. There's more properties out there. So anyways, hit us up.
They're up here too.
Yep, up here. Yeah, Lauren's got them all in his head. So let's rock and roll. Before we jump in today, Lauren, I want to get a 60-second or less market update real quick. What's going on as of, what are we in? The end of July right now.
End of July. Well, I got this feeling we're starting to normalize in our marketplace, which means the normal rhythms of our market, or that it builds kind of steam price-wise January through about July. And then we see prices drift off a little bit as we get towards the holidays. And then they step back up when we hit lower inventory. So just for context real quick, the beginning of this year, we had San Diego as a whole 1 month supply of inventory. We're now closer to 2 months, and it varies wherever you're at. If you're in Rancho, it's 5 or 6 months. The median price then was $849. It hit $1 million at the end of June. So we've seen a pretty significant directional move in prices. Doesn't mean your house is up 18% since January, but it tells you kind of the direction and what kind of things are selling. So, but we're seeing more inventory. So I think over the next, I want to say 3-4 months might be a good time for buyers to have a little more selection potentially.
There's a desert. I call it a desert of listings. Well, there's a lot of these deserts, but kind of that entry level in Encinitas where there's nothing out there. You look at, Zillow, wherever your search tool is, but look on there and there's nothing. And I just saw 3 pop up in the exact same neighborhood. It was wild. So haven't seen that in a long time. So let's talk about inventory. That's like a 300% gain right there. Yeah. All right, let's jump into the first property. Lauren, bring us in.
This is one of those deserts that you're talking about that they're, for a period of time, try to find a 4-bedroom for under $1.5 million. There you go. And it's on the newer end. If you look at Encinitas as a whole, these aren't too old, newer style, great location. Mendocino is kind of tucked in between Target and the post office and this one. And so in that neighborhood, you could be in a really bad location where the road's buzzing behind you, but this one sits up back off the street. So it's a good location from that standpoint. And it's nice, very nice condition, moving condition with some views. So it's great little property in Encinitas that won't be around long, I suspect.
Yep, definitely not, especially with the yard. As we're cruising through these pictures, you'll see the yard for these houses up here too. Sometimes they're not this big, but you have a nice big lot. So not only this little kind of patio, but it stretches around to the other side as well.
That's probably one of the best lot locations in the community.
It is. This individual one, you hit it.
It is.
It's one of them. There's a few that are in there, but you're right on. It's true. It's a good spot.
And this one's listed by Pete Casperson of Compass.
Yeah.
Next up on the list is this house right in Cardiff, perched, a nice little perch right above the lagoon. You can see the new bridge right out here that they connected all these trails out here. So you go across this bridge, across that bridge, all the way down into Solana Beach. Over here, right over this section, you have Annie's Canyon. So anyways, it loops all the way around. So pretty darn nice. Big price reduction on this one, $300,000 recently. I believe, just over a week ago. So $300,000, but that's not the biggest price reduction we have today. So stay tuned for that. Been on the market a little bit, but let's hop into a few of the pictures because, well, that view is pretty much the only picture you need. But location, you're in South Cardiff. You could definitely get down to, Seaside and all that stuff, the market and whatnot pretty quick, but you got these funky tiles. I kind of dig it. The stainless steel countertops. I think that's stainless steel, right? Yeah,
Yep.
that is stainless steel. So cool spot over in Cardiff. Let me give you a few more. You got one of those 3-levelers, and that view is from this top balcony up here. So pretty awesome. And then you get bedrooms and stuff as you're going down, but waking up to this, not too bad.
I like those
You all right with
orange
that?
countertops also in the
Yeah.
master.
Yeah,
Those are
there you go.
Tangerine.
They match the sunset behind me.
It is. Most of these, houses, not most of these houses, a lot of houses are going, modern and stuff, but you got a little color here. You got a little different palette. And this one's listed by Courtney Stone of Pacific Coast Homes.
All right, next up we've got a sweet little San Alejo special coming soon. To see something under like $1.3 million, $1.4 million is surprising, but there's only a couple neighborhoods with detached houses in San Alejo Hills that are kind of in this size. You've got Cambria, and then this is Calistoga, and so you get some kind of affordable homes over there in San Alejo. This one's pretty original, location-wise. Awesome. Like you can walk to the schools, you can walk to the town center, and see the town center is just right around the corner, and you can get to all the trails and stuff in San Alejo really quickly. Also, all those little green dots everywhere. If you're looking for detached and don't need a 2,000 square foot plus site or home, it's a great option. And this one's listed by Alana Huff in our office in Compass.
All right, staying in that sub $1.1 million range, we have 14473 North Church Square over in Carmel Mountain Ranch, 92128. Coming soon. I believe it's coming on this weekend because they are accepting offers on the 31st, I believe. So it's going to have to come on pretty darn soon. But nice 2-story, 3-bed, 2.5 bath. And I think I literally just brought this up about 5 minutes ago, and the pictures weren't up. So now we could actually comb through the house because it sold in 2019. It was a little dated. Let's hop inside and see if it has been updated. These pictures just came on. They came on minutes ago. So anyways, I'll show you. Yeah, it's kind of original still. So yeah, some nice-ish, the newish flooring looks like down there, but obviously the older countertops. Nice big windows. Look at that whole wall of windows. It's pretty fantastic. Yep. So anyways, not huge backyard in this little area, but I'm going to show you the map real quick as we cruise through. Pretty standard backyard, but let me show you the map and where it's at. So Carmel Mountain Ranch, right in this section, convenient, my friends. You have everything and anything you need, including, I'm going to show you this place that I visited, Fish District, Carmel Mountain Ranch right here. I went in there, got a nice, it's a fish burrito. They call them fish wraps, but ended up getting some ahi. It was some mango salsa, so a little bit sweet on there, and just fantastic. So there's a few other ones around San Diego as well. You got Carlsbad and Solana Beach. This is right there. So buy the house for this. And
if you're choosing a house based on where the closest fish district is, this is definitely on your map, on your radar.
This is the one. It's like right over in this little section. So anyways, fantastic. Also, you're not too far from the freeway and all that kind of stuff. So if you need to go north and south on the 15.
Yeah. And I was telling you guys, but I sold a house in there a few years back. Great little gated community, nice pool, just real quiet. It's a good spot.
Listed by Gustavo Lopez of San Diego Castles Realty.
So I've got a really interesting property. The property itself is interesting. The other thing of note that's kind of interesting is they dropped the price $1.1 million recently, and it's probably, I would think, further to go. But it's a unique property. It's a almost 20,000 square foot lot, and 4-bedroom, 4-bath house, 3,200 square feet. Originally built years ago, but they've kind of brought it into the new century. So it's a nice, there's a great picture of the lot. So this close to the beach with, in that location, you're, close to Cedros, close to all kinds of things. It's a very cool lot in a very interesting house. I went in it, I want to say when it first came on, and I was like, wow, this is way out of control on the price. But I like the lot. The house itself could use some different things, but it's hard to replicate that lot. So, I think they're in the beginning stages of getting realistic on it. I think there's probably still a little ways to go. But this street too, if you go to the end of the street, I think there's one down there that was at 11 million that they dropped to around 10 and went into escrow. There's a couple big sales that have taken place in Solana Beach nearby. This particular street, you're towards the dead end of it, so it's a very quiet street, but you're close to everything. Just down the hill to Cedros and Design District and Belly Up, and all kinds of things, coffee, restaurants, and then the beach is obviously nearby, and the Del Mar Racetrack. It's an interesting property. I just wanted it on our radar for somebody if they're looking for a big piece of land and they're looking for a place they could make something. Maybe the indicator of the $1 million drop in price, maybe they're getting more motivated.
It looks very vacant, so
it's vacant. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So the lot's spectacular. The view's really, it's the lot and the view are the thing there.
Yeah. And you could do pretty much anything you wanted.
Yeah. Their downfall or probably the challenge is there's some really expensive houses that have been put on this street. And so over time, it's only going to get better if you can get the right price on this place and do something to this property. You're on one of the better streets in Solana. The listing agent on this one's Emily Berman with New Wave Real Estate.
So there's, like I said, a few properties around San Diego. If you're looking other neighborhoods elsewhere and you have some questions, you want to know where some open houses are, you want to pick our brains, all our info is down below. So hit us up when it's time to make your move. We got your back. So all the info, book your discovery call right down below. We're the Beach Life Group right here in San Diego.